for day 59 of the online dance movement. So let's get in our chairs. Let's sit up, sit on our sit bones and go through some of the Alexander technique for sitting, and we'll insert some core techniques that I always talk about, and then we'll get going. So sitting up on your sit bones, they're the bony bits that you feel, you know, underneath your bottom. So feel those. And now we're going to, I'll just turn this down a little bit. We're going to allow the neck to be free. Allow the weight to feel us going forward and up. So we don't actually lean forward, but our body is moving slightly forward in an upward direction. Allow the back to lengthen. Now feel that lengthening process. Right from the tip of your coccyx, right to the top of your head. Hi Ornella, how are you? Wave to you. Allow the back to widen. Allow the shoulders to fall apart. And allow the hips to release. So any tension you're holding in your lower back, just let that dissipate. Let it dissolve. Okay, now today's class is on the spine. So what we're going to do is, let's just place your feet. So, hi Donna, how are you? Lovely to see you here again. You're like Ornella, you're here very often. That's great. So, with your feet planted on the ground in parallel, we're going to start with the head and the neck. Now, making sounds at me. So, watch that head position. Let's slide it back so that you feel the back of the neck muscles activate when you do that. Now, watch when you do that you don't take your body with you. It's really easy to do that, and that's very common. So, just be really diligent about thinking, okay, slide that head back. Hi, Ornella. So now when we've got the head slid back, remember one of the cues for the Alexander technique is allow the neck to be free. Just imagine you have a feather boa around your neck. You know, all the feathers, so like you're a showgirl or boy. And so that you've got a nice free neck. Or if someone was going to get a fan and blow it on your neck, you'd be able to feel it all the way around. All right, so slide that head back. The exercise we're going to do for the head, we're going to make sure we keep the neck lifted when we're bending. We're not going to do this and just drop it and let the weight of our head strain everything. We're lifted. It's always lifted. We're going to drop our chin and we're going to circle round to the right and then come back to the center and up. Drop it, circle round to the left. Now do you see how I didn't turn it, I did a circle, little swing, like it's on a pendulum. See? We're going to just do one movement at a time. I'm not going to complicate it. So that's the first part, and then we'll continue. We'll just keep going and you'll do lots and lots of bits. And I'll do it. Shush, girls. Shush, shush, shush. Okay, nice long neck. Shush. Biscuit. Somebody yelled outside. Drop the chin. Swing. Center. Up. Girls. The barking head movement. Drop. Swing. Swing. I might have to stop them because they're really annoying me. Sorry about this. Girls, I'll be 2 seconds. Stop. Sit down. Stop it. Is there somebody out there? Just sit down. There's nothing there. Just sit. Sit. Oh, goodness gracious me. There's not enough excitement here, obviously. All right, let's do this again. Sorry. False start. False start off the blocks. Slide the head back. Keep the neck lifted. swing, swing back, head position. And as it comes up, do you feel that? Now we're going to turn the head on an even plane. Careful you're not tilting it. I have a tendency to do that, so we just have to be really aware of it. Now, buttons, shush. Got that? All right, we're going to keep going because we've got more movements to do with the head. We're working the cervical spine, which is the first 7 vertebrae, down to that one that sort of sticks out, you know, that lumpy one. That's number 7. Okay, so turn. Keep it nice and even. Now we're going to drop our chin when we go there, to the side. Turn, drop the chin, up, turn, drop the chin, and now this time we're going to look up. Now did you see that? I didn't do that. Just pause for a second. So when we lift our chin up, we're not going to collapse the back of the neck. We're going to lift into it and look, just look up and lift the chin and come back. When you come back, where do you come? You don't come back to here, do you? You come back so that your head is in exactly that same starting position. This is the head position, back here, not here. A lot of problems come about from the head being here, and quite often that happens. The head becomes like, starts to sit in a forward head position because it's balancing you, because other things are out of whack, so it has to do that so you won't fall over. But we're correcting the head position now, having that in just the right spot, so it's up and back, up and back, and then up, and let me see, tilt. No, just do up and back. I'll separate things like I said I was going to. I'll stick to my plan. If I can. 5, 6, 7, 8. Lift up. Now, turn the head, quarter turn, look up, straight, come back. Careful of the head position, quarter turn, look up, there, and back. Once again, quarter turn, look up, keep the back of the neck long, straight, in, quarter turn. Good. Now we could do head rolls, but I'm not terribly keen on those because people, I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. People can tend to drop their neck a bit though. And, you know, I want to keep everything aligned. There's quite a good, I'll leave it there. All right, next we're going to start to use our upper bodies. We've just used the head and the neck. So now we're going to move the head and neck with the upper body. Many of you have done this already. In fact, I'm sure that both of you, Ornella and Donna, you've done this before, but we'll go over it. So what we're going to do is we're going to sit up again, check everything. You've just worked on the head, so that should be fabulous at the moment. So slide it back. I've got slightly blocked nose. I think it's probably just, I'm not sick, it's just grass and stuff. You know, being in the country, you have more pollens and everything, so grass, seeds, and so anyway, so sliding it back. Now we're going to lift up and come back. See that? So it's not a separate head movement. It's now you can't lift your head higher. Like if I was to go up and here, I'd have the two movements going, wouldn't I? I'd have the head and neck and the upper body. But this one, there's less movement because there's not a lot of movement that happens in this upper body. In fact, it can get very, very, very stiff, particularly if you've developed a kyphosis of the spine and you're already a bit like this and you can't really straighten it up. And that happens. So we don't panic about it. We just work with what we've got and do the best with what we've got, because we don't want it to get worse. And that, you know, you can go on and be perfectly fine if there's a bit of a roundedness, so you don't need to sort of worry about it. I don't want to do that to you. So, but what we're going to do is we're going to focus on moving that upper body, coming back, and then we're going to just move it again in that one direction. We'll do two with the head like that, and then we'll turn the head, do the same movement, other side, same movement. Righty-ho. It's a bit slower today, isn't it? Oh, I'll have to be careful. The time's just zipped away. Ooh. Okay. Lifting up, scapulae drawing down. That's really important for this, isn't it? Head position, draw the scapulae down. Stay nice and open, belly button to spine. Okay, lift. Lift, draw the scapulae down. What's happening with your shoulders? Nothing, I hope. Again. Turn the head. My back cracked. Lovely. Now we're going to swivel the upper body. Not the shoulders, they're just going to go with it. And look over that front shoulder. Come back to the center. Just the upper body. Look over that shoulder. You'll feel it. Doesn't look like you're doing much. There's a lot going on. Oh, who's feeling that? Now we're going to tip. Tilt to the side. Try not to move your head. Belly button to spine. Forward. Just the upper body. Keep your shoulders open. Turn the head. Now tilt. Oh, I can feel that. Can you feel that right round your upper body? Now, the other part about this is keeping the front of the chest really open, because you've got your thoracic outlets in at the top here, and The thoracic system is what eliminates your toxins from your body. And when you move, that's what moves the thoracic fluid. And so you need the lymphatic fluid. So you need to be able to move that and to eliminate those toxins. Now, if you're all crushed in here, it jams things up. So it's not there's a thoracic outlet syndrome that can occur. So we need to keep the thoracic, the chest open, so that we're arching like this, so that we're allowing the shoulders to fall apart and we have that beautiful openness in the chest. And you've got your sternum, you don't want that to be crushed. You would have seen some people with a real concave in here. Sometimes that happens with people who suffer from asthma, and that's understandable, that they might get into that position. But with what we're doing now, hi Maddie, how are you? With what we're doing now is we're opening that chest and keeping these points completely open. So we've just worked on the head and neck position, keeping that head aligned in the right position, and any movements that we've done, we haven't altered that. We've maintained that lovely head neck position. Now with the upper body, we've moved the upper body. We've even done some torsion, some spiraling with that. Next, we're going to move further down the thoracic spine. Now this is an oldie but a goodie, so we'll just go straight into this because we're going to be working on the fascia that is down the back, down your back. That's why it's called the thoracolumbar fascia, because it's down the thoracic spine. And it's just this white stuff like glad wrap. They used to just think fascia was stuff, but now they know, spitting, now they know that it is a whole system unto itself. So we're going to get with this program and we're going to move that thoracic spine and get that fascia moving. Now if you find when you do this movement and you go this far and you can open your back arm so much more further, is that right? So much further up, well, that means your fascia, pointing her finger, she said, that means your fascia is tight. So this exercise is very good for releasing it. And of course, what you're doing is you're twisting the vertebrae in the thoracic spine. And when you move your joints, what happens? They oil themselves. And if you don't move them, they get stiff and they get tight. So if you've got anywhere in your spine, I'm going to wave to Maddie. Maddie with a cute smile. You do have a cute smile. Hi Suzanne, how are you? So let's do this. We're just going to do a beautiful thoracolumbar fascial stretch to get ready for moving this thoracic spine. Okay, let's just try this midday dance. Goodness knows what, oh no, that's one by McLeod. He doesn't let you use them. Oh, it's another one. Oh, stop it.
Right is the ring of words when the right man rings them.
We're going to do it to this, because I love it.
Songs when the singer sings them. Still
I know someone who can sing it better though. I think some of you know him as well. All right. Palms up, open, even though you've got your arms in front, you're still open across the chest. So I think we'll put our feet hips width apart, plant them firmly on the ground, and off we go. Keep them the same width apart. When you can't go any further, open the back one out, follow it with your head and your eyes. Lift into the stretch, lift into it. Oh, it's so dramatic. Ornella, are you singing?
With the sunset
good stretch, isn't it? Dramatic stretch. Lovely. Very nice work. Now, what we're going to do is we're just going to put our hands here, cross them over comfortably, and we're going to turn. We're going to twist our thoracic spine. We're not doing anything with the hips yet. As I said, we're just working our way down, and we're doing a few different movements so that everything gets to work. Well, everything I can think of anyway. I'm sure someone will think of some other things. Maybe they won't. Anyway, lift into it. Once again, lift into it. Now, just because you're here doesn't mean you're like this, does it? So where are you? All the same principles apply. Head position. Scapulae down. I couldn't think of the name of it then. Scapulae down. That's plural. That's two of them. Two little wing bones. Drawing down. The wing bones coming down. Actually, we should do this first. Like they're globs of paint on a canvas. That's on your back. And they're sliding down as you lift. So they're sliding down into gravity and you're lifting up to the stars. Yes, the stars are out now because it's night time here in Australia. In country Victoria, it's dark outside. Oh, Henny Penny, I've got to bring her in. Henny Penny sleeps inside now because Henny Penny's getting on and I don't want her catching a chill. Because actually, when my sister told me that hens usually die. As they get older, they just die from the cold. That was it. Henny Penny came inside. So she's got a little bed inside she sleeps in. And she's very happy with that. So let's just do some arms up. Now, when the arms come up, are your shoulders coming up? Did you notice my shoulders were not coming up? Because the shoulders are meant to be falling apart, aren't they? So draw the scapulae down. Slide them down, as I said. Now, this is a real workout. It doesn't look like much is happening. But if you're lifting and your scapulae are drawing down, you've got gravity going, you've got the stars going, you've got so much going on in your body, and your belly button will just want to go to its spine. It will just want to because of this process of lifting. It'll just feel it. Trust me. So keep it open here. Up. And as the arms come down, do you feel yourself growing? As your scapulae are coming down? You do, don't you? That's very good. Okay, take your arms up here now. Did you see I didn't do this? Same position. Up. Everything's the same. I'll put some music on. We're going to do some little swivels. And then I'll probably... Oh, that Kevin McLeod. I'm sure he's very good, but it makes it awkward if I'm playing these. Oh, another one. For goodness sake. They let me have all these ones. Let me see. I want something better than that. Oh, can't say it properly. Oh, this is nice. Oh, another singer. Turn. Keep your head, don't move your head. It'll just turn with you. Don't do anything with your hips. Scapulae drawing down. What's your head position doing? Check it. Okay, let's just go on a nice little circle. And if you're taking note, you're still drawing the scapulae down. Other way. Lovely back massage. Other way. Massaging your heart too, because that's in there. and your organs. Shoulders down. Lovely. All right, now we're going to reach. We're going to reach. Now when we reach, we're not just going to go like this. We're going to lift into it and reach with one arm. And reach with the other arm. And you can turn your head to the side. That's all. That's all we're doing, because we're doing one little bit at a time in this class. What have we got next? Tuba waddle. Oh no, we can't use this. Ashton. Oh. Happy Classical's got a few drawbacks. We could use this. It's a bit of a strange choice, but what do they say? Beggars can't be choosers. All right. I don't know whether that was appropriate or not, but too late now. Lift into it, lift. Is your chest open? What's your head doing? Okay. Now we're going to take our arms here. Excuse me, buttons. Just move back a little bit. We're going to do our ballet second position arms because this is very good for the whole back. So, now, keep the upper arms lifted, don't lift the shoulders, keep yourselves open here. Externally rotate the forearms, draw the scapulae down, don't do this. Head in position, hold it. This is quite hard. Feel that? Don't let the upper arms drop. It's good, isn't it? Just relax. Now we're going to incorporate the hips with it, because we're going to put a twist right into the spine. We also need to make sure we work on our lower spine as well. We've done a lot on the thoracic spine, and we'll start now putting in the hips with the thoracic spine. So, something we've already done, I've got a bit of fluff that keeps coming up. Something we've already done is we've done the hips, and we've done, put our hands like this. Don't worry which one's in front. So we're going to twist. So if you bring your, say, your right knee forward, you'll twist towards it. And you'll feel that go right into your lower back and down your thoracic spine. And then we'll go the other way. Now, if you keep your head, let's just keep the head facing the front for now. We could add that, but I think we might just leave it facing the front because there's going to be a bit of a twist in the cervical spine anyway with that. So, next exercise is little prelude and fudge. Oh, that must be the fudge part. So bring your right knee forward, bring your right elbow, left elbow towards it. I have to do back to front because, okay, now, change. Keep the chest open. Lift up, lift into it. I'm not even in time, am I? Da, 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 da. Oh, is it over? No. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Can you feel it? Now, if this starts to irritate your lower back, do you know what you do? You stop. It really makes you warm, doesn't it? Makes me warm. Okay, that will do. All right, now just stretch your legs out. I've got my special shoes on. I didn't wear ballet shoes. I wore my classic Boost that I got at the ballet shop. All right, we won't cross the legs. That's not good for the back. So I'll just pause that now. All right, you've done very well. Now what we're going to do is we're going to work the hip stabilizers. So we will now squeeze underneath the bottom and feel yourselves lift up, okay? I wonder if we can go into a rise with this. You know what we're going to do? We're going to do the Alexander method of standing up, but we're going to use the hip stabilization before we do it. So it's not technically the pure Alexander way of doing it. We're just using hip stabilization. Now, I don't want you to do, we're not tucking the tail under. No, 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 no. That is not correct. And if you've noticed, I've got a bit of a thing about that. I get a little bit sort of, you know, I'm funny about a couple of things, and that's one of them. So if you tuck your tail under, it's going to do this. All right, it's going to do this. You know, it's not a good look anyway. So we're not going to tuck our tails under. When we externally rotate out the tops of our legs, just underneath our bottoms, so it'll go into the bottom of our bottoms. It sort of lifts you up, doesn't it? So we're going to do that then. Hinge at the hips and come up. And then when you get there, externally rotate, and then just let it release as you hinge, sit down and squeeze up again. We're just going to do that. I just want you to feel that hip stabilizer working, those hip stabilizers, which is the external rotation. And if you notice, when you do that, it will align your knees usually. You know, if your knees are a little bit too tight, going in the wrong direction, it will just align things. Not always, but a lot of the time it will. And if you pronate, that means if your feet roll in, it'll lift the insteps like magic. So if your hip stabilizers are weak, it will have an effect. So this is why it's a really good idea to be aware of your hip stabilizers, and even start being aware of those when you're walking. Because in your push-off phase of gait, you're going to be using your hip stabilizer. And a lot of people don't, and their walk gets really little. I'll stop rabbiting on now because we need to do this exercise and then we're almost finished. And then we'll do a little arm exercise. Oh, we're not allowed to use all the good ones. Oh, goodness sake. Oh, another one. I like that too. We're allowed to use this one. Okay. Put your feet put your feet slightly apart, hips width apart. 5, 6, 7, 8. Squeeze. Externally rotate. Hinge. Let your bottom come out. Come up. Externally rotate so you feel things lift. And now just release. Stick your bottom out. And again. Squeeze. Externally rotate. Bend. Let your bottom come out. Come up. Did you see I didn't externally rotate. Now let it release. Stick your bottom out. I'm not doing that. See? Externally rotate. Hips. Stick the bottom out. Keep your back nice and aligned. Externally rotate. Now release. Draw the scapulae down. Feel it in your upper back. You are a bird. Hands behind the back. Change the position. Fly. Scapulae down, head position. Open the elbows, hold, belly button to the spine. Feel that in your upper back. Scapulae down. Scapulae down still. Okay, I think that's it. Because I think we've been going for quite a while. Maybe not that long. Who would know? Not me, because I can't seem to tell the time, obviously. Except Ornella always knows. Ornella's perfect with the time. Okay, thank you very much for being here for day 59. Tomorrow is day 60. So it'd be good if you could come. I'd love you to be here. Have a nice evening, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.